Welcome back to Friday night on the terrace. There's so much to delve into. We're talking Chelsea versus Manchester United. Will Arsenal bounce back? And of course, Ralf Rangnick to Man United is pretty much confirmed. It's pretty much confirmed. It's over the line, managerial interim. And then 2 years in that directorship type role. Loads to talk about tonight on the Football Terrace. Make sure the like button is being smashed. Make sure you're subscribing. I want to speak to Lies first, though. How excited are you, young man?
I can't even formulate words right now, man. I'm so gassed, bro. This guy's seen me come on his show week after week, just depressed. Like, damn, man, another week of this shit. Freedom, bro. That's all I can say, man.
Man's out here, he's out here like absolute braver. And look who I've got next to me here. Prime. Well, I don't know what that is in your head, bud, but Prime is here. How's it going, G?
I'm good. Glad to be in the studio for the first time.
Absolutely. Now, you're looking good, bro. Looking slick. There we go.
Try?
He does try. Smash the like and share button. Let's go, people. All right, let's go. There we go. There's so much to delve into tonight, and I'm an excited Man United fan. There is no doubt about it. One of the best football minds in the game, getting involved at a senior level at Manchester United is just, for me, absolutely impeccable. Speaking of impeccable football minds, I'm joined again on the sofa tonight by the myth, the man, the legend, the kid that is Have Hope. How are you, sir?
I'm alive, you know, I'm breathing, and I'm a little bit sad that Carrick wasn't given the full-time job. You know, so, sad days, man, sad days.
I bet you. I need to go straight into it, though.
Right.
Ralf Rangnick to Man United, interim manager, is what they're proposing.
Yeah.
There could still be the possibility of a permanent fix in this period of time, but it looks like he's going to be the interim manager, and then after that, he'll be in a consultative role, but essentially doing a technical director job for 2 years. How good a piece of news do you think this is for Manchester United Football Club?
So do you want the good news first or the bad news first?
Give me the bad news first.
Okay, bad news is, because I was just doing a bit of research on him, he's not really won that many titles. So he's not really known as a winner. So when I'm looking at it, like, how many league titles have you won? How many Champions Leagues have you won? So he's not known for winning things. So I don't think that him coming into Man United, he really knows how to, how can I get past Pep and Klopp? How can I win a Champions League? Because when you look at his history, there's a DFB Pokal Cup there, runners-up with Schalke in the Bundesliga, so there's not that much there. So that's the bad news. The good news is he was actually one of the proponents of the Gegenpressing. You know, so he was one of the guys that proposed to really win back the ball from opposition as soon as you lose it. So the key thing isn't really him as manager, it's him as sports director. Because what that is about is that, okay, we now have a footballing philosophy. Why City are so good is because Pep is like, if you come into Man City, this is how you play. And there's a synergy that comes with any free player that comes through, and even through the youth team. So what Rangnick will do is youth team, players coming in, youth academy, we have a way of playing, because the issue with the United is you don't have any personality. So hopefully it brings in that's personality, that's aesthetic, which is what that clown Ed Woodward didn't know how to do. So.
Well, I agree with you to the extent of, I think with this squad Man United have got, there are, of course there's a hole in that sort of CDM role, but the squad is very talented.
Yeah.
And I think with this squad, he's got every chance of making the top four from this point. You know, we have to wait and see how we get on against Chelsea and Arsenal in the next week, but he's got a great chance of making the top four. I think why Man United fans are so excited is what he will bring upstairs. That relationship between the boardroom, having a football mind on the show, they're running the show, not on the show, but running the show, and helping, as you say, to create that philosophy and move us forward. The thing for me, which I'm so excited about, is we are linked with Zidane. I don't think it will be, but we're linked with him, Poch, and Ten Hag. If you have Ten Hag as your manager, with Rangnick running the club from a footballing point of view, that is dangerous. That is absolutely dangerous.
But one thing with Ten Hag, though, is that if Ten Hag comes in, does he come in with Cristiano? Ten Hag is a philosophy merchant. Like, the guy is class A or boss, and that's it. So my thing is that...
Hang on. Sebastian Haller has got 9 Champions League goals under him. You tell me Ronaldo is nowhere near Sebastian Haller even at this point?
No. Cristiano, 36 years old, he's the Portuguese Gerd Müller. He is there to score goals, nothing more.
Right.
But what Ten Hag wants is everyone has to play in a certain way, press and has to for 90 minutes. And again, for Ten Hag, he may say, okay, if I have Cristiano in my team, I have to now readjust my team to maximize Cristiano. I told you, I was telling United guys, Uncle Ernie, aka Ernesto Valverde, who Barca fans now hope they still had, he would have been a good hire. Because my thing is that Rangnick, you're not guaranteed to get top 4 with Ralf Rangnick. Rangnick is a long-term thing. If he comes in, I'm not putting money on United getting top 4 if he comes in, because if the Premier League is super competitive, so it's going to be a tricky.
Listen, I think it's a great point there. Viewers, I obviously want your views. I want your opinions. Ralf, is he the right appointment for Man United in the short and long term? Will he get this team, this squad, with these personnel, with these players, into the top 4? We're going to go across the Legends Wall right now with KJ to speak to the fans to know what they think.
Yes, people, Ralf Rangnick is here. Manchester United fans are absolutely loving it. They are elated, they're happy, because it seems like Manchester United finally are making good football decisions. I want to talk to some Man United fans right now to see what their opinion is. First of all, we're going to start with Liaz. Liaz, you started off on the show raving.
I'm gassed.
What do you think Ralf Rangnick can bring to Manchester United?
First of all, yesterday I went on a scouting mission. I went all the way to Manchester, went to go watch Pochettino. I was like, what is this guy? What can he bring us to United? Boy, I had to send the scouting report back to Ed Woodward. I said, no, we can't do this guy. So, I'm sorry. Listen, man, Poch seems like a great guy, but I'm here for good football. And nah. But anyways, Ralf Rangnick, this guy is a footballing genius. He is the godfather of gegenpressing, as we all know. He's influenced great managers such as Tuchel, Nagelsmann, Klopp. And for me, I kind of look at what they did at City, right? Even before they got Guardiola, they were getting guys who were at Barcelona who could run a football club from the top. Because, okay, you got the top guys who can run the business, but they run the footballing side of things. So for me, Rangnick right now, yeah, he might not win us trophies. He probably doesn't have a good legacy of winning trophies at all. But he will set us up for the next 10 years, the next 15 years, even if he's not there, that the structure of the football club will be run properly. Because for the last 10, 15, even 20 years, this football club has been run like a business. From now on with Rangnick, you have the potential to be run like a football club. And for United fans, that's so enticing.
Very enticing it is. All right, well, I'm joined by probably Ollie's biggest fan that I've probably ever seen in my life. He must be in mourning right now that he's no longer here. But Ollie's gone, Rangnick in. He's going to be potentially a DOF consultant.
Speak about Ralf, first of all. Let's thank Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, first of all. We would not. Honestly, without Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, we wouldn't have footballing men even looking for potential managers in the future. So first of all, we have to respect him for the job he's done upstairs, not just on a football pitch. It's bigger than that. Running the club is not easy. People don't even understand that. And Ole did a great job of that. So obviously, I want to say thank you to him. Ralf Rangnick, I'm more excited about his 2-year consultancy role rather than the interim job. That interim job, right now, the way that we started this season, it's not like we're going to win the Premier League this season. Champions League, you never know, but I doubt that it's going to become, Ralf Rangnick leading us to Champions League glory the same way that Tuchel had the instant impact at Chelsea. But what I do think is that 2-year consultancy role could be exciting for the future, because what I believe is that it's possible for him to, like Liaz is saying, put in some foundations that Man United haven't had in place for a long time. Yeah, it's another footballing voice making decisions. Man United haven't had that. We've had accountants and guys who know nothing about football. They've never played football a day in their lives who are making decisions. Right now we have people who understand the game of football, have different ideas coming to the table. So I do like that, and I think that could be exciting for the future. But
in the last 5 years, 3 of his proteges have won Champions Leagues.
That is true. Remember, Rangnick is basically the German godfather, you know what I'm saying? Man is here doing his thing, but we're going to go to some rivals here. Monster on Twitter, he saw the news and had to break his silence. How are you feeling as a rival fan about Man United potentially getting Ralf Rangnick?
Obviously, on the short term, I'm not worried too much. It's the long term I'm really worried about, because like them lot said, this is potentially one of the greatest minds in football. Guy has heavily influenced Tuchel, Nagelsmann, Klopp, Marco Rose. Do you get what I mean? His gegenpress is absolutely brilliant. Klopp saw that, liked it, and adopted it to his style. And it's just me watching Man City happen all over again. Before they brought in Pep, they brought in his backroom staff, brought in the brilliant minds, and then they brought in Pep, and boom, top of the table, top of the league, winning league titles. Now they brought in, Rangnick. He's going to the back room. They're getting rid of Woodward. If this guy is making the decisions, it could be very spooky for everyone else. I can't even lie.
All right, come on now. We love things we love to hear.
I just think that people are triggered right now.
Okay. Gav thinks people are triggered. What do you mean by that?
What I mean by that is that since it was only like Wednesday into Thursday, people were getting like proper triggered about the idea of Rangnick going to Man United. Let's try to dig up his past. What's my man doing? What's the name of his cat? What's the name of this? What's the name of that? Do you know what I mean? Like, people are triggered. They're worried. They're worried about what he's going to do. And everyone's already alluded to it already. The guy is a genius. And if Man United could get this right over the next like couple of years, especially when you go into the backroom position, then we've got a good 10 years of Man United, maybe like dominance, going back to the 90s sort of levels.
All right.
Yes.
All right, okay. So we've only got time for a couple more. Yeah, okay. So we got Adam, we got Gunnar King.
Listen, I don't want to be the bearer of bad news,
Balance now, balance.
but it's not guaranteed to work. It's a 2-year consultancy role. Do you know what consultant is? He can come in, he'll offer his advice, they're not obliged to take it. Do you understand? So, yeah, it's great. They can come in, Ralph can do what he needs to do, and yeah, he's got a brilliant mind and all that, but if bloody Darren Fletcher isn't absorbing the information, then who cares? If John Murtock isn't absorbing it, who cares, bro? His mind can be as brilliant as he wants, but it's not going to go anywhere. They're not going to do anything.
That's a fair point. That's not a fair point. Wait. Gunnar King. What do you want to say?
The thing that I would say is, like, for so long under Ollie, United have been set up to play like a counter-attacking sort of style of game, but the Gegenpress is like the counter-attacking game on steroids. You know, like, you don't, like, even though they're missing a CDM, right, what you consider is in his formations you have 2 CDMs that they're attacking space, yeah, that players are looking to pass into. And then he would do these training drills, right, where he would say, from winning the ball to getting into the opposition box and scoring, you have to do that in 10 seconds. Repeatedly train them to do that. Then he would get to matches and say, now you've got to do it in 8. I've got videos of goals, yeah, that they've scored, yeah, Leipzig, where from winning the ball in defence to getting into the opposition box and scoring, 8 seconds. Yeah, like, if you look at the fast transitioning players, yeah, the attacking players at United, Rashford, Martial, Greenwood, Bruno, Pogba, Sancho, these kind of players are very suited to this particular style of play. So I'm worried.
Can I say one more thing?
I'm worried.
Okay, so we're gonna close up with one more. I need Prime silence. I need Prime because it can't be a show without Prime having his opinion, because he's just gonna rattle us all. Prime, why are you saying Rangnick to United?
Is that Glazers in?
What a waste.
Because if he's coming in and you're trusting all of it, are you trusting the Glazers? Are you supporting the Glazers now?
That's what I wanted
They're not
to say.
fit.
I wanted to say, whoever has made this decision, I have to give them props, because I even came on Terry's show. I said, do not hire just the best available manager now. Don't give him a 5-year contract just because he's available. They have basically sat back and said, this is the plan we want to follow. Get someone till the end of the season, go to the summer, identify our guy, and go from there. So I have to give whether it's Joel Glazer, John Murto, whether it's, I don't even know, all these former dog. Whoever did it, fair play. That's a huge decision.
All right, thank you so much, Liaz and Prime, for the interesting question. All right, guys, we're gonna go back to Terry and have hope. Let's go.
Look, I think there's lots of questions to be put out there in relation to will it work, will it not? And to the Glazer in thing, look, it seems like a good decision now. Adam's right, though. We have to watch and see what they do. It's double-edged sword for me. If it's a good decision and they stick by him and they listen to him, we will undoubtedly improve. If in 3 months of him being in the role, he walks away because the Glazers are absolute charlatans, it should then expose the biggest problem at Man United ever, period, point blank. You know, above and beyond managers, above and beyond players is the way they run things. So for me, it's a double-edged sword that's only going to show up their inefficiencies or demonstrate that they're trying to go in a new direction. You can't get the Glazers out. What you may be able to make them do is change the way they operate the club, and that needs to be improved.
For me, like, see, there are 2 ways of living life: Disney Plus or reality. You see, if you subscribe to Disney Plus, then all you guys were saying is true. He's going to come in, change the philosophy, do amazing things. Glazers are going to come there and say, we love you guys. Glazers will start sharing with the United fans. That's Disney Plus. Reality, i.e. HBO, i.e. like Channel 4, like real stuff. The reality is the Glazers will... No. Yeah. It is real.
The Sopranos,
Those are real. Those White Walkers are real. But my thing is that the Glazers, they'll never change. They'll never care. And the thing is that the Glazers will always look at United as a brand.
So where you're wrong, though, so you're wrong is when David Gill and Fergie were running the club, they got success. If they have the right football people running the club, they spend enough money to yield success. They care about making money. They've just picked the wrong people. Fingers crossed as a United fan. I don't like the Glazers, but I hope this is the right decision. Viewers, how do you see this going? We want your comments in the live section or the comments below if you're watching the playback of this show. Up next, though, we're previewing Arsenal versus Newcastle. Now, Arsenal fans told us only 1 week ago that the world would see their turnaround with their performance and their competitiveness against Liverpool. It didn't quite pan out. The big question now is the envelope has been pushed, the can has been kicked, and the narrative now is, will a bounce back, a good solid bounce back against Newcastle, prove that they've turned the corner? We're going to go over to KJ and all the fans over at the Legends Wall to get their preview on Arsenal versus Newcastle.
Arsenal are back, have been the headlines for weeks now, for weeks and weeks and weeks. But now they lost to Liverpool, which most normal people would have said that it was bound to happen. But there were a few Arsenal fans saying this is going to be the turning point. We're going to show them what we've got. The world will see and recognise the brilliance of Arsenal. Now the question is, can Arsenal bounce back? I'm with Gav, Arsenal fan. What do you think the impact of this defeat is on your Arsenal squad?
I don't think there's anything about it, if I'm honest. Like, any Arsenal fan that honestly believed that we're going to be able to go to Anfield and get a result is dumb. I'll tell you what, right? What it reminded me of, yeah? It felt like Netflix and chill, right?
Just skip the Netflix, bro.
Well, no, exactly that. For the first 35 minutes, you just got to the yard. After the first 35 minutes, you're just chilling. You're doing a nice thing. So I'm going to go freshen up quickly. Back in a moment, and you come back, and then they're there, ready to go. No lube. And that's what happened. After 38 minutes, that's what happened to Arsenal. You know what I mean? So going into this Newcastle game, we have to just park what happened on Saturday, and then we just have to move. You come round for Netflix and chill, and then you come back after.
We're gonna reset. All right, we're gonna reset. All right, we're still going live. Okay. Gav, let's try this again.
No, but it's true though.
Let's try this again. We got the wildness.
For a nice relaxing thing, and then we got bummed after that moment.
Yeah. Okay. All right, let's try this again, Gav. Let's try this again. Right. So besides all the getting bummed and blah blah blah, what do you think the response from the Arsenal players will be?
I just wish it wasn't a 12:30 kickoff, because you never bet on the 12:30 game. Like, it always goes wrong in the 12:30 game. Like, Newcastle are going to be buoyed up by that. They're going to look at all of the things that we did wrong in that game against Liverpool, and they're going to try and exploit that with every moment, every ounce that they have. Arsenal need to come out there and be like, look, we're Arsenal Football Club. We're playing at the Emirates. We need to go out there and prove who we are and what we've done over the last 10, 15 games prior to the Liverpool game. If we can then use that energy and turn it around, then I don't see any reason why we can't get 3 points.
Yeah, fair enough. Adam, I hope your evenings have been not as eventful as Gav's. Arsenal bouncing back, is that possible? Newcastle, that actually a very exciting game for once in their lives. You know what I mean? 3-3 against Brentford. Eddie Howe takeover. Do you think this is a game where Arsenal can come and turn up and get the job done?
Easily. What's a Eddie Howe? What's a Joe Linton? Do you know what I mean? So realistically, Eddie Howe is just the hipster's favourite. I don't know, because I don't really see Newcastle doing anything against Arsenal. I think they probably will avoid the drop, but there's nothing in that team besides Gucci Man, Alan Saint-Maximin that scares me. I reckon Tomiyasu will pocket him. I really don't see an issue with Newcastle, if I'm being brutally honest. And I don't think there's been enough time for Eddie Howe to instill his ideas to do anything to beat Arsenal. I'm really, really not worried, and I don't even think I'm being like crazy here.
Fair enough. We're gonna go to Gunnar King, and then we're gonna go to some rivals in a moment here. Gunnar King, come in.
Yeah, man.
Are you as confident as Adam? Do you think this loss has affected your players to the point where it's like nothing to them? Whatever, ducks back and go again?
I'm confident, but not quite in the way Adam is. I'm confident that we have what it takes to beat Newcastle, but you know, no disrespect to what I saw last week with Watford and a certain team. Like any team can beat anyone. Like, and the thing is, like with the right motivation, a new manager, a new bounce, look, they're gonna go at it. Like, I think we need to respect them. But like, I think what you've seen here is after we didn't pick up a single point or score a goal all August, after the City game, when we actually got the players that we brought into the team, how we've responded. Missed a penalty last week, we've responded. So they are showing, like, in their own way that they've got a level of mental toughness that I think that they can use to bounce back in this game against Newcastle. But if we go there thinking it's won, we've already lost. We have to turn up and respect.
Okay, fair enough. We're going to go to some rival fans. You know, D, London rival, Crystal Palace. Should Arsenal fans be as confident as someone like Adam?
No, like, I think they forgot that what happened last week with the Newcastle-Brentford game. Newcastle are not the old Newcastle under Stu Bruce. He might come in for like 1 week, yeah, but in that 1 week or 2 weeks that he's worked in, and he's got another week now, they've actually changed the style of play. I think they're going to be fretful against Arsenal, and I don't think it's going to be an easy role. I think this is a big game for Arsenal. If they lose this game after losing against the Liverpool game, the confidence can be impacted massively. So I think Newcastle are going to be up for it, and there's no way. By the way, you're disrespecting Eddie Howe. Wasn't he linked with you guys like a couple years ago as well? Yeah, you lot wanted him, and now you're disrespecting him. Yeah, and now you're disrespecting him. But I think Newcastle are going to be up for it, and it's going to be a difficult game.
All right, we're going to go to one more rival. Yo, Dammy, come here. Give him a round of applause. Grand down, people. No. Okay.
Listen.
I hate this man. Anyway.
Oh my.
You big guy, man. Big guy.
He looks like KJ's dad.
Oh my days.
Man, I'm light skinned, bruv. Anyway. Is she not though? Anyway. Dammy, my guy. Arsenal. Do you think this loss will affect them to the point where they could potentially drop points to Newcastle?
Do you know what it is? I usually drag Arsenal, yeah, but I'm gonna lie this time. Respectfully speaking, Newcastle, brother, this new manager bounce is a one match thing, fam. Let's keep it about. It's a 1 match thing. Listen, Eddie Howe, I like Eddie Howe. I can't lie. I actually like him, but at the end of the day, like, if you lot aren't beating last place Newcastle after, like, is it 5 wins on the bounce or something like that? Or is it 4 wins, 1 draw? You lot should be beating these lot seriously. Like, I hate Arsenal, do you know? But you should be beating them. If you don't beat them, brother, see, Lampard, you got packed. Ole has gotten packed. You lot should pack Arteta very soon if you can't beat Newcastle this Saturday. I'm not even joking.
Okay, fair enough. All right, we're going back to Terry and Have Hope. Interesting opinions there from the guys in the corner.
Yeah, and we got an insight into Gav's home life, which is always nice to find out something about somebody. But yeah, look, viewers, I want your predictions. Arsenal, Newcastle. Look, Arsenal have been on a good run of form. A little bit of a humbling experience for them on Saturday against Liverpool last week. How do you see this game going yourself, Have Hope?
You see, like, I remember when we were here last weekend, Arsenal fans were actually very confident against Liverpool. But Terry, that wasn't adoption. Liverpool adopted Arsenal, the entire team, their children, and their whole family, because that match, it was a disgrace. It was a complete disgrace. But I think what that showed is Arsenal are still light years away from the likes of Liverpool and Man City. They should beat Newcastle. If they don't beat Newcastle, because I already think that Arteta's from the road. He sells fruits. The guy's from the road. So I don't know how this guy's a long-term solution. So if you can't beat Newcastle, guys who are actually struggling, then Arsenal, they have to look at Arteta.
Sells fruit. Wow. Oh, I love the kid. The kid Have Hope, ladies and gentlemen. The kid Have Hope. Throw me now. I don't know where I am. I could be anywhere in the world. We want your score predictions and all that jazz. Coming up next, we're going to be talking a little bit about West Ham and Manchester City. Previewing and taking a look ahead of that game. Could West Ham United cause another major upset in the Premier League?
Yes, people. Manchester City have just come off the back of a wonderful win against PSG in the Champions League. They're coming up against the mighty West Ham, and they are experiencing some wonderful Moise magic this season. They are currently flying high. We are talking to my Ant, Give Me Sport, Man City fan. The one fan that we can find like every week, you know what I mean? Like, we love to see it. Apparently, you had full attendance as well at your stadium for that game too.
I mean, I was there. How are American United fans getting into their stadium, bro? That's
I did see a meme that said that Messi's the GOAT because he's the first person that managed to fill out the Etihad. So.
But enough about the Champions League. You already dealt with them. It's about the Premier League now. And so West Ham, is there anything that you fear about this West Ham team, or do you think you're just going to steamroll them and put them in their place?
I mean, I'd like to think that we would steamroll them. I thought we would have steamrolled them in the Carabao Cup, or the Man City Cup, should I say. It's not our cup anymore, but we did only lose on penalties. And, you know, we didn't really turn up that night. It's one of the few games where the false nine effect didn't really work. I think De Bruyne is out, but that only seems that Bernardo Silva is given a chance to shine.
Yeah, and on Bernardo Silva, he's in some incredible form right now. Do you think he would be the key to beating this West Ham team?
Potentially. I think the beautiful thing about Man City is that it's a team play. Anyone in that team can shine. And I think no Man City fan will say that Bernardo Silva is in a patch of form right now. He's always played like this. It's just that now he's in the limelight because there's no Sergio Aguero, there's no Kevin De Bruyne. He's always been magic, always been absolutely relentless on that pitch, producing absolutely beautiful football.
No, that's fair enough. Shame David ain't here to rebut that because he don't like Bernardo Silva for some weird reason. Anyway, we're going to talk about the West Ham. We've got a rival fan, Man United fan, Lincoln here. That mud and that. Hey, give that man a round of applause. You know what I'm saying? Give him his props.
Lincoln, go home.
All right, listen. West Ham, do you reckon they can actually get some points off Man City?
To be fair, I think they can. I think they can actually get some points off them because, I mean, they say Bernardo Silva's a baller. You know who else is a baller? Saïd Benrahma. Now, Saïd Benrahma, apparently there's been reports about Saïd Benrahma putting the work in pre-season, going into the season, and it's actually showing on the pitch. He's actually contributing more to the team, man. We all know that Declan Rice, man. I mean, Declan Rice. Let me tell you something about Rice. Yeah, this guy is absolutely underrated for some reason. Is it just because his name is Rice? Like, honestly, I don't get it.
He can rap as well.
He can rap, you know, Rice baby, innit? But yeah, on a serious note, yeah, I think West Ham could actually get some points off Man City, even though they did get a little bit of setback last weekend. But yeah, I think I can get the points off City. I don't know about the win though.
Don't know about the win, but all I know is Rice, baby. You know what I'm saying? Big up that space as well, man. If you was in that space, hope you enjoyed it.
What are you saying? Can you see another big upset for West Ham or not?
After I saw what Man City did to PSG a few days ago, where I believe they've retired Neymar, I really believe Man City have actually retired Neymar.
Well, I told you about Neymar from time.
Oh, no. Sorry.
He lacks clutch.
No, I apologize. Like, the guy, first of all, the guy is overweight. The guy goes to training in a helicopter. And what I saw there was a guy literally who should be in a Brazilian carnival. Put that to one side, City are playing incredible football right now. And I think that if West Ham were at home, City, maybe it could be tricky. City at home, they will deliver and they will baptize West Ham.
Well, City being interesting. Look, City are definitely the favourites, there's no doubt. I do have a question, though. Yeah. I know we talk about Declan Rice. I need to ask you this question. You're a Chelsea fan, a complicated Chelsea fan, as you tell the world hates. Declan Rice for 100 million.
What?
or Paul Pogba that you call a flop for free.
Of course I'm getting Pogba.
But you call it. I've been on streams with you. So you've said Pogba's a flop, right?
For United.
Okay.
That's your problem, not my problem. Give me Labille. Give me Labille, please. Give me Labille. Yes, the heck?
Have hope, ladies and gentlemen. There we go. I want to ask the crowd quickly. I want to ask Nini that question, please. Nini, KJ will have the mic on you. Pogba for free or Rice for 80 million?
Yo, what are you going with, bro?
I have to go for Pogba for free. That's the easy one. It has to be Pogba for free.
But Chelsea fans, some of them have this real obsession with Declan Rice. You know what I mean? So what would you tell those Chelsea fans? Why would you tell them to pick Pogba over Declan Rice?
Well, I mean, it's a hard one, obviously. Rice, I rate extremely highly. He's going to be one of the leading midfield players in the Prem for many, many years. And it's a bit mad to me how underrated he is. And I do think it comes down to nonsense like his name and, you know what I mean? It's not very exciting. It's not very foreign. It's not very flashy. But what he's showing at West Ham every single year, this guy's been improving since he was 17 in that team. Every year, he's got better, become a leader, transform that team and become that presence in midfield. But obviously, for the sake of this question, Pogba for free. Listen, me, Pogba, one of the greatest midfield players on the planet right now. I don't really care what he's doing at Man United because Man United have never got the best out of him since they signed him. There's no platform, the tactics. Every season there's new tactics. You know, Solskjaer's tactics, what? It's weak tactics. It's playing against a stronger team. You're counter-attacking. Nah. You know, for me, Pogba, France World Cup. Pogba, France World Cup, when it matters. He was the main guy for that national team that played all the decisive balls, played all the decisive assists, and made that team tick. You can't fake that when you're playing with pros, the very best ones in your positions like in the world. You can't fake that. It hurts me a little bit that United haven't fully got the best out of the Pogba that I was seeing at Juventus. So for me, this is why you did Rangnick, you know what I mean? So that's how I'm feeling.
I was you up until the point you said Pogba is one of the best midfielders in the world right now. He's not.
He's not. In a general perspective.
No. It's not disrespecting. Based on talent, yes, but based on what he's actually been doing since he's been at Man United, he's not. Because based on the same logic, the past managers he's had with United have also flopped as well. Pogba's part of that. He has also flopped.
So who's better than Pogba?
He's not.
Wait. What? Sorry, Pride. There's a comment here that blows my mind every time someone says this because it makes no sense. Come here, Ant. Come here.
Come back down now, bro. Come on.
You said what?
Pogba is toxic.
Wait, how?
You'd have to pay me 100 million to take him to
got me. Jay, you 100 million to take him. Oh wow.
I would much more happily take. I'd take Rice for 100 million over Pogba any day. He was in that France team. Are you telling me that he ran bits for that team? The amount of players in that team, you cannot give that World Cup.
No.
Let him speak.
Who is behind the Manchester United dressing room fallout? Because.
First off, you address me and my Chelsea people as UCL winners. Do you know what a Champions League trophy looks like? How much money have you spent? How much oil money? Who has suffered? Who is in the ground? Who is in the dust in the ground that had to suffer to produce to you to get to one UCL? But you couldn't get that UCL. You couldn't get that. I'm not done here. No. Come on, come here. So you said that Pogba is toxic.
Yeah, I understand.
How does toxicity lead you to a World Cup and a Nations League? Explain.
Thank you, that's how.
Because of a team that's behind you when you actually want to play for that.
But don't you have to be catalysts in that team? Don't you have to be catalysts in that team? And he's a catalyst.
So why is it that Pogba has failed twice at Manchester United?
He's not good enough.
So why did Fergie decide to let a player like that go?
Because he's not good enough.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
No, because
why is Fergie the guy who's good?
Let me just fix the context of that. Fergie.
Let's bring it back. Let's bring back.
Fergie tried to renew his contract. He didn't accept it. So Fergie did everything in his power to keep Pogba, right? The reality of Pogba's situation is this, right? Bruno comes in. His most natural position is a 10, right? Bruno comes in. Now you're the 10. So to get you in the team, we're going to put you on the left. Then they get wingers. And now he's a 6. He's an 8. right? Like the reality is, right? Like if you are constantly being moved in and out of what you perceive to be your best position to be, yeah. Like how are you supposed to cook, like?
How many managers has Pogba had a problem with?
Too many.
Too many.
What I'm doing is his versatility, because what managers come in, because Man United have gone through the mill with managers, a new manager comes in and they're like, he's the first guy that I can put in 3 or 4 positions, whereas these other midfielders I've got can only go in 1 position. So what happens is, yeah, your best players, you build your team around your best player, yeah, but what's happened is Pogba's always had someone else that the team has been built around at United.
Well, there is so much to say. There is so much to say on this topic. We all know that Paul Pogba is one of the most divisive footballers on the planet. But guess what? We've got an entire show to do, and we've got more time. We could probably do the entire show on this topic alone. But we want to go back to Terry and have hope. Paul Pogba virus, is he not? Is he? That's the question.
I don't think he's a virus. I've always defended Paul Pogba in that he's not a virus. I don't think he's a bad guy. He's just there's a very famous Barry Manilow song, and it's called "Right Love at the Wrong Time." And he's the right player that just came in at the wrong time for Manchester United. And what's interesting now is we've all been talking earlier on in the show about how, you know, we might have Poch or Ten Hag with Ralf upstairs. That's exactly what Paul Pogba needed. He needed a team that was playing that style of football with that philosophy behind him to make him come alive. He didn't have that. He had the worst version ever of Jose Mourinho, and he had Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. So I do feel sorry for Paul Pogba in regards to that. However, right now, I feel like it's done for Paul Pogba. I feel like there's been too much water under the bridge and he has to move on. In terms of the question...
So you'd be happy so if Real Madrid came in for him, which they want to come in for him in summer, you'd be happy to let Pogba go?
Yeah, I feel, again, but that's not about personnel. It's not about how good a player he is. Sometimes a change can be as good as a rest, and I feel like there's almost an element of, I think it'd be good for him, I think it'd be good for Man United to kind of cut their ties. And it isn't because he's not a superior, he's the best central midfield player in the world, but it just hasn't worked for him at Manchester United, and it's unfortunate that way. I would take Rice over him based on that. It's not about technical ability. Sometimes there's just a fit for your club and the person that comes in and does the right thing.
But my thing is that why I say I take Pogba is because Kante can do that job very easily well. So Rice isn't needed. For Pogba coming in, what he could do creatively, passing-wise, defensively as well, and especially with what you see Hudson-Odoi doing, what you see RLT doing, Rudíger, the best right back in the world, how he can combine with these guys, it would be basically if Pogba was to come to Chelsea.
I'm fearful. I'm legit fearful in the summer of Pogba joining Man City or Chelsea. And the one thing I would say about Paul Pogba, I think he'd do it. I think Paul Pogba would join the team that could yield the best results for him as a player.
He's going to either Real or PSG.
Well, if he goes PSG, I'll be disappointed because that is a nothing league. It's a nothing league. Do you know what I mean?
PSG is a holiday camp. It
is. We've seen how bad a team and club it is. The supposed best player in the world can't score goals there. Do you know what I mean? It's the greatest player ever can't do it because it isn't great. Pogba don't go there. But look, viewers, you're going to have your take. You're going to have your views and your opinions. Pogba or Rice? One for 100 mil, one for free. Who would you pick? Get your comments in now. Up next, it's the big one, people. Chelsea versus Manchester United, the preview. Smash the like and share button. Here we go. Here we go, people. It's the big one. It's the big one. And how things have changed in the space of a week. Could there be a manager bounce? It's going to have to be something special to beat this incredible Chelsea team who are just at the peak of their powers right now. I'll just relate some stats. 31 clean sheets in 50 games. Only 24 goals conceded by Chelsea. One of the best win ratios for a Chelsea manager in the first 50 games ever. Maybe even the best. One of the best opening 50 game records for a Premier League manager ever. European champions. Top of the best league in the world.
We got you.
I'm just saying, Chelsea are absolutely at the peak of their powers right now. And I'm going to speak to the Chelsea boys first of all. But I want to ask the first question here. And I want to speak to Nini first. Could Man United's little bounce and good news about Ralf and everything else, damage your morale? Could it be harder for Chelsea, or do you just think you are too good to worry about that?
Honestly, like for me personally, Arsenal, Man United, there's two different leagues right now. You know what I mean? United got a lot of catching up to do, yeah. So with Rangnick, that's great, but that's a long-term job. That's not going to come into effect at least till next season minimum. Right now, we've been building a structure and core for multiple years right now, and an identity philosophy. That's the one thing we've been missing for a long time right now. And this is why, even though I did like Lampard, the board made the right decision, letting him go at the right time to bring in Thomas Tuchel, because they knew he'd be the right guy to make everything come beautifully together. So this Sunday, I'm expecting a pretty big victory. Not gonna lie, I'm feeling a bit confident. The way we're playing as a team, because that's the thing United haven't been for a very long time. It's going to be, when you guys see us play on Sunday, you're going to see the difference between how a team plays and how individuals been playing. And obviously, the wing backs, the defense, our defense, even though it's starting to get some credit now, it's not been getting enough credit. We got the best defense in the league, easily. And honestly, this Sunday, I'm expecting this team to cook against Man United. So I'm very excited. And I'm very happy.
I hear you on that. My guy Monster in the house with me now. Yeah. You spoke there about your defence. I am going to speak Reece James a little bit later because that conversation's got to happen tonight. But do you have any fears or reservations about playing this Man United team?
No, I don't. Because when you look at our defence, as you said, have Hope called Arteta a roadman. No, that's not true. The real roadman is in the Chelsea defence. I call him Roadman Rudiger. This guy, if he weren't a footballer, he would be on ends in Dusseldorf, in black Air Forces, busting shots at the police, innit? That's how good he is, yeah? Thiago Silva, I mean, remember, Terry, when I told them lot, Thiago Silva is just as good as Van Dijk.
When you say them lot, remind everyone who them lot are.
The Coppish boys. When I told them, they laughed me off the mic, and I said, I've been watching this guy since when he was in Brazil. When I lived in Brazil, I know how good he is. Now you're seeing him come to the league at 35 years old. He's 37 now, yeah? Proving the levels. I've not seen someone have this good an impact straight away in the league since probably Jaap Stam. That's how good this guy is. And in terms of, we're just too balanced. Attack, midfield, defense, goalkeeper. Like sometimes we just let shots so Mendy can get his, you know? It's literally that easy now. Like I was watching Juve and I was just thinking, Jesus Christ, I almost came. It was that good. It was literally that good.
Whoa!
It was that good.
Wow.
I'm not shaking his hand later.
Wow. Well, there we go. The football test is horny tonight. That's all I'm going to say. Lies, I'm going to chat to you. Look, Chelsea are in scintillating form. They just gave Juve their biggest ever defeat in European history. They're top of the league. Can you make a case for Manchester United to get a positive result this weekend?
Come on, Lias.
I can't lie. This week might have to be like a bye week. United just doesn't play. We go on to the next. Like, I can't lie, man. Chelsea are good. And for all of this defense, midfield, attack, I'm looking at the coach, Thomas Tuchel. Best coach on the planet right now. You can't dispute it. But in terms of Man United, we have something up our sleeve. Interim manager Michael Carrick, 100% win record.
You tried to style it.
0 losses, bro. 100%. Anyways, listen, that's all we need. We just need hope, bro, because tactics, that's not going to work this weekend, man. we just got to hope we can.
Monster, do you know the thing about the defense letting the shot in so that end of money? Can you do that to Ronaldo? Can you ask shots to do that to Ronaldo? Yeah, that's twice. Just twice. Yeah, that's what we need.
Listen. We have a very promising future right now. We're all very happy right now, but this weekend might be long. I can't lie, bro.
This weekend to me is, you know when you're going to go on a diet? You know when you're going to go on a diet and you're going to lose weight and it's like the Sunday and you stuff your face full of food the day before you go on the diet? That's this game. Like, it's just get it all in, just have your last kind of blowout, as it were. You think we can win? Come in here, my guy.
We can beat these guys, yeah? A big part of the way they play is the wing backs. Ben Chilwell, unfortunately, he's out now. Who's going to be playing? Mr. Marcos Alonso. That guy does not know how to play football at all. If we have Sancho playing on that right-hand side, Rudiger, this guy, the roadman from Dusseldorf, is going to get spun about, bro. I promise you, just watch, innit? Carrick's last, one sec. Carrick's last dance is going to be incredible. It is easy. Listen, what is that, the bridge or Old Trafford? Bridge. We're going to smoke these man at the bridge, man. The bridge is live, man.
I got the Grand Dam is here, the Grand Dam.
Do you know what it is? Out of respect, I wore black for your funeral. You get me? So you're coming to chat to me about Ben Chilwell and that. You lot have got Aaron Bissaka busting it down on the right-hand side. Well, no. Listen, let me tell you something. I don't think you lot actually watch football outside United. You man there, yeah? Because listen. Do you know? Listen, I've been quite confident in this short team for quite a bit of time. But did you see what we did to Leicester? That was embarrassing. Did you see what we did to you? I was at that game. Do you know what it means to pack Juventus 4-0? Them man have never lost by that margin in their history in the Champions League. And you lot think because you put in the new German manager that you lot are going to do something against. Listen, Marco who is that? Brother, no. You lot should see. Listen. Like I said. This game, yeah. Not even respectfully, disrespectfully. You lot don't bother booking tickets. Don't watch the game. Just go to your nan's house and be happy with her or whatever. Do you know what I'm saying? Just knit with her, whatever. Because you lot are finished.
Wow.
You're finished.
Grandam's laying it down tonight. He's laying it down tonight. Lincoln. I want to ask you a question here. In Man United's midfield, who starts, Donny or Bruno?
I thought you were talking about the pivot, not the 10.
Well, you might say both. Like, you've got to think I'm not going to make these questions easy.
It's got to be Bruno, man. These are Bruno's games. Like, no matter if we're on the ropes or whatever, this is Bruno's game. Let's be honest. Like, I mean, Donny, we saw what he done in the 10 for us against Villarreal. It didn't really work. So Bruno has to play, and Ronaldo just does his thing.
Do you feel
it's not a big game? Why is Bruno playing? It's not a big game. What is he doing in big games? Why is he playing?
You don't think Bruno will turn up on Sunday at all?
I don't think he's going to do much.
Does he ever?
No, penalties. How many goals does he ever? Man, they need to break up with the Bruno.
Interesting to say. I want to ask Lias here. Do you feel like it's a game where both Donny and Bruno should both play?
No.
Let's go for it.
We're gonna get smacked 6-0 in this last dance, bro. Relax, man. I like Donny. I think I'm really excited to see what, especially he's going to do under Rangnick, because I think that's a manager that can get the best out of him. But Donny and Bruno is so attacking, and against these guys, not this weekend, man.
These man park the bus. Nah, bro, man. These man, listen, we're going to make these guys camp in their own box. It's going to be easy for us, I'll be real. But listen. I'll be honest with you. I think this is Carrick's last dance. He has to roll the dice here. Go for that midfield three. If it's Matic, McTominay, I don't care who is in that DM position. Play Bruno, play Donny, go for it. These guys, they're going to be... Listen, they barely have any shots against them, innit? So we have to try our best to try and score against them anyway. It's your last dance. Carrick is never going to have this chance again. I don't think he will ever manage Man United again. So if you get the chance... Let's go, Carrick's at the wheel, boy. Let's go.
Do you know what? He gives me Deontay Wilder vibes against Tyson Fury. Do you know what I mean? That's just the vibe I'm getting. I want to ask Chelsea boys this question, Nini. I want to ask you this question. You've had a couple of youngsters that are like really doing well at the minute. So Hudson-Odoi, 7 starts on the bounce in all competitions. He's flying. He has got to stay in this team. Now that your players are getting fit again, who misses out now that he is definitely one of the first names on the team sheet?
I think Timo Werner's definitely one, but I wouldn't be surprised if he played against Man United. I think obviously with Pulisic right now, he looked good in the game against Juventus, but Werner scoring a goal, that confidence, I think he can take that forward to the next game this Sunday. But right now, Hudson-Odoi, the fan base has been waiting to see this guy play on the left-hand side for a very, very long time. I've been so annoyed seeing wing-back Odoi these past 12 months, knowing how he's being wasted, because Hudson ain't that type of... He's not a Rashford-style winger. I saw Rashford how many years, head down, just running forward, trying impossible dribbles. Exactly. He's got a better brain, exactly. He's a playmaker, and he's a winger as well, too. Hudson-Odoi is showing what he can do now, and on top of that, he's showing he's improving. He's making them runs in behind now, getting inside the box, showing that he has that goal threat. Once he improves that finishing, which I know he can do, because I've seen this guy bang these goals in during the youth team days, this guy will be a serious problem in this league. So Tuchel, credit to Tuchel, you know, he's told him, Hudson, it's not just about the skills, it's not just about this. You need more intangibles. You need to press, you need to run, you need to work hard. The guy's bulked up. Look at his upper body. We saw him move to Cuadrado. How many players have he been moving to recently? Oh my God. And look how hungry he looks to get that ball first. Pressing from the front. He's showing everything to Tuchel about why he's showing the confidence to give him these opportunities right now. And honestly, credit to Callum this whole time from pre-season, from all the hate he's been getting, joining up the under-21s, this, people questioning his motives as if like he's moving like a dickhead or something, like he doesn't have a plan and a focus. And now he's being rewarded for it right now. So credit to him, man.
Absolutely. And one question I've got here for Dam and Monster. Lukaku, does he come straight back into this team, or has he got to stay on the bench until there's an opening? What are you saying?
That's hard, you know.
I think that's
hard. That's hard, you know. Oh, Lukaku, I'm not entirely sure about that one because he's not played in it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I thought you'd play against Juventus, but then obviously the way, because this Chelsea team as it is, like, when Lukaku plays, it's Lukaku's show, okay? But when he doesn't play, the other players get their thing patterned. I think they've got a bit of blending to do still. I mean, whether Lukaku starts or is, I mean, we're going to pattern them, you lot anyways. You know, that doesn't make a difference to me. But honestly speaking, like, on the road, like, on the left back, not on the banter thing, I think I'd be surprised if he starts him. Do you know what I'm saying? I'd be really surprised if he does start him because he hasn't played yet. For anyway, as much as I'm here mocking United and whatever, like we've still got to show you a bit of respect in it. You know? We're gonna pack you, but we've got to show you a bit of respect. Do you know what I'm saying? So like, I'm just, you know what I mean? So it's just one of those sort of things. So
how about yourself, Monster? Do you feel like he needs a bit of time on the bench, or like £100 million got to start?
I think he's got to come off the bench. I don't think he should start. But if I'm being honest, like Dammy said, it just doesn't matter. We're gonna pack you lot anyway. Is it going to be with a striker like Lukaku? Is it going to be with Werner?
I hear you that. Man United not being rated here. Let me. We're going to go to rivals in a minute. From your point of view, who do you think could stand out and do something with Man United this weekend, or do you just feel it's a case of let's just pack ourselves in, let's be as defensive as possible and try and yield out of somewhere a positive result?
I mean, yeah, that's the hope, right? Like, we have to just scramble for a result. But I think if you want to look at one guy, it's Jadon Sancho. I think he has been getting better recently, week after week. I mean, you can laugh, but he has been getting... If we're being real, like, he has been getting better. Like, he had a terrible start to the season, but you even see he looks a little slimmer, like, since he came back from international break. And I think last game was his best performance. So if we are to get anything out of this game, which is very, very slim, no pun intended, but we need something from Jadon Sancho this weekend.
Yeah, I think a lot of people would agree with you. We're going to do some score predictions now and some game predictions from some of our rivals first. We're going to speak to the rivals first. Right, I'll speak to man like Gav and Gunner King. Step forward for me. Yeah, please. My children are watching. They're probably not, to be fair. But what are you saying about this weekend? Who's going to win the game?
I have to start with these, like, unfortunately.
Man like Ian, you know.
Ian right off wish, yeah. But like, look, Chelsea are just so special right now. It doesn't matter whether they're playing a striker, whether they're not playing a striker. They're just so fluid, and so they're actually quite exciting to watch. So I can't see where Man United are going to get a victory here. I'm going to go 3-0.
3-0. How about yourself, Gunner King?
Yeah, I hate to say it, man. Chelsea, I've got to give them props at the moment, man. People talk about them being a defensive team. They scored 81 goals in their first 50 matches. That's not defensive. They're not defensive. And the thing is, people look at back fives and they see a defensive system, and it's like, no. Like, you look at what James is doing, the way he's operating. I think, for me, Trent may be better overall, but in current form, I think James has got the better of him. Like, the way that they're playing at the moment, I just can't see anyone even scoring against them.
Does anyone not rate Chelsea in here? Like, it's the biggest wank of it.
I don't like with United though, they do have a very good record at Stamford Bridge. To be honest, they do have a good record there.
Chelsea were also Man United's bogey team for years. They're literally, like, one of my friends told me this like about 3 years ago. I was like, nah. I literally went through every single Premier League game from 92, 93 when football began, and then up until like nowadays. I was like, hold on a minute. When Man United were dominating,
Chelsea still.
They were still coming up to your place and getting the team. It didn't make any sense to me.
Adam Charles, what you saying? I see you like shaking, nodding your head a few times.
Yeah, I was just shaking my head at the Reece James Trent comparison because I know that Reece James is better than Trent. Like, that is it.
Yeah, facts.
Is he?
No.
How so?
Offensively, I think it's taken time to show it, but I think it's coming true now. Defensively, we all know that Tiana Trent, this guy, he can't defend. We know for a fact he's never been able to defend. So I think, unfortunately, I do think that Chelsea are going to win. But if there are two players, I reckon, that could get the better of Thiago Silva, I reckon it would be Ronaldo and or Cavani. So I don't think it's going to be as easy as these Chelsea fans are making it out. But I do reckon Chelsea will get the win, probably 2-1.
There we go. Look, we want your score predictions. We want to know what you think is going to happen at home in the live chat, in the playback as well. We've got a question before we go, though, because, of course, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has lost his job in the last week. A Man United legend. I've heard a lot of people question his legendary status, but he is a Man United legend. Chelsea, just under a year ago, sacked one of their greatest legends, one of their greatest players of all time in Frank Lampard. So my question, I want to ask a few of the panel this now. Who is worse at their job, Frank Lampard or Ole Gunnar Solskjaer?
Do you know it is?
He's got to stick up for his guy.
I mean, I've got to stick up for my guy, innit? Do you know what I'm saying? Because Ole, I mean, when Lampard lost, he came in, like, he's telling you what he's going to do in the next game. He actually goes on and tries it. Ole comes in like, hey, we lost. We don't do that, fam. That's not professional, isn't it? Do you know what I'm saying? So, Lampard. He's a coach. I mean, listen, I'm going to go with Lampard, innit? I can't lie, because Lampard did his thing. I mean, Ole did win some things, to be fair, but at the end of the day, I'm going to give it to Lampard, you know what I'm saying?
Yo, fam, it's Lampard, bro. It's 100% Lampard.
Are you mad?
Easily. Lampard was worse than Ole.
Oh, was worse? Oh,
yes.
Yeah. I bet.
Yes, it's not even a debate. Wait. Oh yeah, listen, Lampard was worse than Ole. The reason why I say that is because for 2 years, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, yes, he may have not been the greatest manager, but he still kind of progressed twice. You know what I mean? Like he got the third, and then he got the second. He may have failed. He may have failed. Yeah, slowly but surely. Wait. No. What are you talking? Dummy, we're talking about Dummy, we're talking about slow. Dummy, we are talking. Dummy, we are talking about Lampard and Ole. Of course, it's down here, bro. It's down here. It's down here anyway, fam. Either way, they both weren't good. But out of the two, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer got most out of his squad for longer than Lampard did.
Let me just ask you a quick question. Could Ole have qualified for the Champions League with with a transfer ban and playing with kids? Could he have done it?
Yes, he would have.
Guys, my son, but you're making me very disappointed.
Guys, one at a time here. Prime.
What, could Ole have qualified? Yes, he could have. Did you see with Chelsea in the first season how many? Sorry.
You make the thing go.
Yeah.
There, yeah.
How many goals we were conceding on a daily basis with this guy? He's Frank's. I love Lampard as a player, but as a manager, unfortunately, he's a bum. I don't care. Ole, I don't care. He's a bum. I don't care. I don't care. And also, are we all forgetting Lampard got back with this dream window? All he has to deal with the United board.
Right, guys, let's move ourselves back a little bit here. Monster wants to have his say here. What are you saying?
Yeah, I have to be completely honest. Like, I'm not even going to sit here and lie. When we're just looking at the league tables, Ole finished second and third. Lampard finished fourth, and I think he was 10th. I do think over time Lampard will be a better manager. But then when they're looking at their times together at the clubs, I have to be honest, Ole was better. It's just this.
A lot of people saying that. What are you saying, Lias?
It's like picking two blokes to nick your wife, honestly, bro. You can't go right with either of them, man, honestly. I'd edge it to Ole. No, I wouldn't edge it. I'd say he's the better manager. Like you said, he did finish above him twice, and in the individual battles between each other, Ole was ahead of him quite a few times. So I have to give it to Ole. But listen, if I'm a football club owner, I'm not looking at either of them.
I hear you. Have hope.
It is easily Lampard. The fact that this dictator, this tyrant, held back Hudson-Odoi, I will never, ever forgive that freaking dictator known as Emperor Francisco Lampardiscus. That's his freaking name. Lampard 100%.
You know, obviously, I'm gonna say, yeah, for me, Solskjaer easily worse than Lampard. I'm sorry. I can explain. I can give a few points here. Obviously, context is a little bit different. Lampard's taken over a Chelsea team that's introducing, you can say, like a level 1 Mount, level 1 Reece James, Tammy, introducing all these guys who were playing, you know, championship football last season, coming to the first team setup, and he's coaching them to be the leaders for tomorrow. And I always say this, long story short, Lampard was the Ranieri of this modern time, because Lampard's worked sign the Thiago Silvas, big influences getting him, Havertz, Werner, all these guys in the team right now. Rudiger, Lampard was even playing this guy before he even left, just because he's, yeah, I mean, and on top of that too, obviously, let's not forget the times that, of course, we can all focus on results, but when you're working with youngers, yeah, you have to look at the performance for me. And if the performances were terrible in the sense that when we played against the big teams who were getting battered and then wiped to the floor, not giving a game, I'd understand, but we got to finals in which we were too young to just go over that final hurdle, because there's a lot of experience you need to do that. Against Liverpool, of course, you know, the cup final too against Arsenal as well. I mean, you can go on. Like, Lampard had the respect of the team, and he helped, again, like I'm saying, he was the Ranieri. He introduced that pressing, that work rate, in which Tuchel took that over, and this is what I mean.
I agree. And listen, guys, and Joe, I'm going to do the same. When Ralf wins the Champions League this year, I'm crediting Ollie. That's what I'm going to do. There we go. Listen, everyone who has tuned in tonight, a massive thank you to each and every one of you. Thank you to you lot for coming on. Big round of applause to all of you. Big round of applause. Absolutely amazing panel tonight. Javern, Daniel, Taylor, all on the tech. Big round of applause for them. My co-host tonight and host of the fans, KJ. Big round of applause. Man like Have Hope as well. The kids. Until next time, everyone, take care. Goodbye. God bless. And we'll see you all again soon. Peace. Thank you.